I've come for that.
In this video, I will explain why Nemesis Prime is the most powerful character we have ever seen in the Transformers universe. After giving up hope on Transformers movies, I will continue to explain the details that are wondered about with Transformers videos. Actually, there is more than one topic that I will cover in the video. In general, I will explain the process between Transformers 4 and Transformers 5 movies and Nemesis Prime. Because there are certain details that are wondered about this topic in particular. While the leadership matrix can only be used by a worthy Prime, how did Nemesis Prime get poisoned by Unicron's power? There are still questions like these, but don't worry friends, I will explain every detail to you with the comics that tell the before and after of the movies. However, just before starting the video, if you are new to the channel and don't want to miss the content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. In the Transformers 4 movie, Optimus Prime fought Lockdown in the final battle and detonated his spark in this battle. After Optimus's sword pinned him to the wall, Prime managed to escape and took the seed, and left the world to challenge his creators. When we look at the 5th movie of Transformers, Optimus Prime did not get very far from the world and appeared near Jupiter with all his circuits closed. In other words, before he could even leave our solar system, his energon source was frozen, and he became ineffective because he could not heal the injuries he received. Fortunately, since Quintessa controlled Cybertron and moved towards the world, Cybertron's gravitational field managed to bring Optimus Prime to the planet. When Prime landed on Cybertron, his chest was still damaged, but he continued to move thanks to the energy he received from the Matrix. After Prime was captured, he had already fallen under Quintessa's influence, thanks to the spell she cast. In other words, Optimus's aggression had completely ended. From that moment on, the character we call Nemesis Prime emerged. Immediately following this scene, we see that Prime has been reconnected and his body has been electrocuted. Thereupon, people started to think, what is the relevance of such a scene? After all, the real thing that made Prime control was the spell that Quintessa cast. Was there really a need to torture Optimus in this scene? In fact, in this scene, we see that Quintessa did not torture Optimus and only gave him energy. Quintessa had already influenced Prime thanks to the spell she cast. However, if you look at Quintessa's eyes, you can see that she has purple eyes like Nemesis Prime. Quintessa was giving extra energy to Optimus, who was already tired and out of battle, and was healing him and making him stronger. So here we see Optimus Prime, who was fully charged and strengthened. Nemesis Prime has different stories in many different adaptations. For example, in the Transformers Prime series, he appeared as a prototype produced by mech, that is, by humans. In the Transformers Cybertron trilogy anime, Nemesis Prime was created when an Optimus Prime variant that had been killed in the past was revived by Unicron. When Optimus arrived on Cybertron, he was very damaged. While it would have taken weeks to heal this damage, he managed to recover much faster with the power given by Quintessa. Previously, Quintessa had captured Galvatron and reformatted him as Megatron. In fact, if you look at Megatron's face, you can understand that he was also enchanted and used like Nemesis Prime. As a result, Quintessa did not need to transform Optimus into Nemesis Prime in order to control him. In this case, we can say that Nemesis Prime is the most powerful form of Optimus in terms of the cinematic universe. In other words, Optimus Prime was not tainted with dark energy. Therefore, there is no question of him being freed by the leadership matrix or being removed from the Prime. In the Michael Bay universe, Nemesis Prime was portrayed as a character who was completely poisoned by power. In fact, in Origins, the whole point of Nemesis Prime is that he has the exact opposite personality to Optimus. Yes, Optimus is also extremely powerful, but he is a humble character. So he doesn't consider himself superior to anyone because of his power. If you look at Nemesis Prime, he would always belittle Bumblebee or people in his conversations. He would say things like, "I am Prime, you are nothing." So Optimus said that he was ashamed of what he did later because he was poisoned by power. By the way, I'm not saying that Bayverse Nemesis Prime was good. I'm just stating that they showed the character this way. Otherwise, I think the versions of Nemesis Prime created by Unicron were much more successful characters. Let me give you a little more information. If you look carefully at the final battle of Transformers 5, Quintessa was still trying to power Optimus despite everything, so she doesn't use a normal electric power. Because she doesn't damage Prime's armor, she tries to feed him directly and turn him back into his Nemesis Prime form. That's why Prime was responding by saying, "Not this time," and saying, "Meet my friend, Bumblebee." Look, I still don't claim that these are very logical scenes. I think they are extremely funny. But unfortunately, this is what Michael Bay wanted to say. For example, look at Megatron. His eyes were not purple like Optimus, but he still served Quintessa. In fictional universes, the energy form of the blue color that is even more strengthened appears as purple or pink. We already talked about this with you when the Godzilla x Kong movie came out. Godzilla's form, which was even stronger and had higher energy, also looked like this. They show that it changes color according to the electromagnetic spectrum level. According to the Transformers Prime series, this color should be Unicron's energy. However, according to the Transformers live-action movies, Unicron's energy was not purple. It should have yellow and red tones. In conclusion, friends, Nemesis Prime was poisoned by excessive power and was the strongest form of Optimus Prime in the series. Of course, there are more than one factor that we can criticize this situation. Was the character who had a huge leadership matrix poisoned by the energy he received from Cybertron? There will definitely be those who will say. However, in some series of Transformers, the leadership matrix did not have all the power of Primus. In fact, it carried a very small portion of the power that Primus had. Primus, that is Cybertron, still had a power. In fact, when the power in the leadership matrix ran out, Optimus recharged it and regained his old identity. Under normal circumstances, there is still power on Cybertron, but some of this power must have been poisoned by Megatron. So, how did Optimus Prime become Nemesis Prime? This detail came to my mind first when I was thinking. I thought Megatron was poisoning the planet with dark energon, and Quintessa was transferring this power to Optimus. But there was no such situation in the cinematic universe. In fact, feeding a Transformer with another energon kills it. So you can't give dark energon to Optimus. However, if you give it more energy and strengthen it, Nemesis Prime emerges. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the content I prepared. If there are other videos you want to see, don't forget to write in the comments. That's all from me for now. Take care. Goodbye.